I applied with 2 other companies to do exactly this 2 months ago. They laughed at me, because I was a small guy out of nowhere, and it really embarrassed me, and almost felt like just quitting with trying to find financing for people. But the thing is this, that the younger market, all they need is a payment. They don't ask what the cost is. They always ask, what's the payment? Same thing when they go buy a car, the salesman says, how much can you afford? So, everybody makes their own bed, but everybody wants something personal for themselves. This is their livelihood. This is what they count on. We're going to sell the hell out of this.
So, what we're doing is we're giving buying power to these customers, right? They don't have $1,200 in his pocket. He comes in, he wants the newest, the latest, greatest S20 Ultra. That's the best Samsung you can buy now, maybe Note 20 or whatever. But, he wants the latest and greatest Samsung device or iPhone or whatever. They don't have the money. So what do? We give the customer the buying power. Does he have a job? Does he have a payroll? If so, and he can prove it, then we approve them. We base all of our approvals off of the income that the customer has from their job. Now, obviously, we all have customers that come in that they don't have a job, they get unemployment, whatever. Okay, we can't guarantee approval on every one of those. Some we can, a lot we can't. But the low bar, and we're lower than all the competitors. You guys know that there's other phone leasing companies and phone financing. Our bar is the lowest. Do you have a job? Do you have direct deposit payroll? If so, you're approved. For how much? It depends on how much you get paid, but you are approved if you have a job with payroll. So it's really easy to pre-qualify. Every customer that walks in your front door, you can obviously, you lead with your introductions and whatever, but all you have to ask them, hey, do you come see the new iPhone 11 Pro? We got new 11 Pros. Or like he was saying, I think it was the S20. Hey man, did you come to see this huge stash of S20 Ultra that I have available? Nah, man, no, I don't have that kind of money. I'm looking for the, the flip phones, or I'm looking for the cheap Android. I'm looking for the free phones. Dude, the $50 that they're going to spend at Boost to get that free J7 Prime or whatever it is, that same customer can spend $50 for an initial payment and get that S20 Ultra. Literally, that's how it works. If they have direct deposit payroll, they're approved for the device they want. So we're giving buying power to the customers, and then we send you the money the next day. So what I would do with Kareem, he would sell those phones for $1,200, and then I send him $1,200 to his bank account tomorrow. It's easy. I mean, it's like you're taking cash. You wait one day, which is like what that's what we wait for on our credit card processing anyway. We wait a day and we start transferring the money. I mean, it's easy, you guys. And the only pre-qualification that the customer has to have is, do you have direct deposit payroll? Okay, so you know the places in your town, the fast food restaurants, the factories, the employers, which is almost everyone that does direct deposit now. Those places, and so what we do is, we try to be good salesmen at our retail stores. Hey man, what's your name? Okay, cool. I'm Brandon. Good to meet you. How's the weather? Whatever. Where do you work? That's one of the first questions we really want to probe and get to. Where do you work? And then it's a light bulb in your mind. Oh, they work at the factory. I know they have direct deposit. Boom. I know they're approved.
And they say working or not.
That's right. That's right. And so you're literally able to pre-qualify and sell to these customers within 30 seconds of them walking in the door. If you can get them approved on those newest, latest, and greatest devices without you ever having to, set through, well, let's type out the application. Let's see what your credit score is. Let's see if we get an approval or not. That in your mind, once you get used to it, you'll know what the approval is even going to be. Like you'll be able to guess that. It's all based on their payroll. So it's so easy, guys. I mean, you'll literally go from selling these $50 and $100 phones to selling $1,200 phones. It's an amazing opportunity, and the margin is huge. Go ahead, man.
Someone has a question. Go ahead, sir.
What about retired military members who have automatic direct deposit, but they're retired? They don't have a job because they retired.
That's fine. I say job, but really I'm looking for that recurring revenue, that recurring payroll or deposit. So retired military, yes. We approve on SSI, disability, retirement, anything that's recurring that we can make sure that it's going to come in week after week, month after month. That's an approval. Sometimes we're a little more hard on the unemployment, because we don't know when that ends or not. So we have to be careful about that. But if you have a recurring income, that's what we're looking for.
A few questions I'm going to ask. Probably people haven't thinking about this. Any chargebacks?
No, none for you at all. We handle all the collections. So if the guy comes in, he makes his first payment, his initial payment, and he never pays again, you have your money. I've already sent the money to you. It's good. That's on me and my collections team to handle that.
So I walked into Michael or Kareem, and I walked out with a phone, and I'm just walked out, and you pay them the next day, no matter what happened.
That's right. No matter what happens, right? So you get paid the next day, and I'm never going to try to get the money back from you. Obviously, I mean, we're not looking for, any kind of fraudulent transactions and stuff like that, but you don't have to worry about it, man. We do the collections. We collect the payments. If they get past due, I've got guys that's what they do. They call people and try to collect the past due bills. So it's not on you. Now, obviously, we encourage all of our dealers to try to sell prepaid wireless, or get them ported over to H2O, something like that. That way you have that recurring traffic still coming in your store. But if you don't have that, the best case scenario is you never see the customer again. They're happy. They're making payments to Payvantage. You have your money. Now it's time to go sell that other S20 Ultra that you have in the case. You know what I mean? So it's easy. It's easy for you after the sale is completed.
Can I finance a plan, Bluetooth, while we're making the sale?
Yes, absolutely. So we'll give you an approval amount. You submit the application. If they meet the criteria, we'll give you an approval amount. So let's say it's $1,000. What we generally, and I'm flexible here, but we generally try to keep that 15% can go to accessories and, prepaid plans and whatever. So we can spend the other 85% on the actual device, but we're flexible there. We're not going to come and get nitpicky or whatever. But we do give you, we give you plenty of room to sell other stuff.
Okay.
Question.
Go ahead.
What happened when the people is working construction and it receive a lot of money, but it receive a check or receive cash and it not got direct deposit?
So we don't have an instant approval for those. We can do a manual approval, and it takes maybe another 2 minutes for us to manually approve those customers. But I would still say submit the application, and we do a different type of a background check for that customer.
Oh, okay.
But the direct deposit customer, they are instantly approved. So we use the same technology as Venmo. So I'm sure a lot of you guys on this call use Venmo. When you first set up your Venmo account, you link your bank account so that the banks can communicate. We use the same tech. So whenever you submit the application, the customer links their bank account, and then bam, we have access. The computer sees all the deposits, and it makes a credit approval decision based on those deposit amounts.
Oh, okay.
So,
I just want to tell everybody on the call, not because you have a sign says we finance, people will run to you. You have to ask and you have to offer. For example, like Brandon, when he said, any customer walking from the door, just say, I know you're here for the iPhone 11, aren't you? I mean, in a way, when you say that, you just tickled me. I mean, I want an iPhone 11. Every customer wants, as soon as you tell them, you're here for that iPhone, aren't you? Oh, not really, but what's up with that iPhone? Now you open the conversation, and then you tell them, okay, let me see if I can approve you for that iPhone. Even if you approve them, even if they're not approved, they might bring you someone to be approved. Maybe their brother, their father, their mother, their husband, their wife, I don't know, but they will bring someone. You initiate the call, the conversation, and the closing can happen right there or maybe the next day, but at least talk about it, because if you don't talk about financing, it's kind of hard because people, maybe someone will ask you about the financing, but it's you who need to sell it and it will work. Brandon, okay, so
going back to what Michael was saying earlier, and kind of talking to him, the thing is, and what Ahmed was saying too, our customers, when they come in the stores, they're just, you guys know who we're talking about here. They're not used to being able to make payments on stuff like this, right? If they have less than stellar credit, they just know that it's not an option. So that's, whenever I'm presenting it to them and they walk in, hey, did you come to see that iPhone 11? They say every time, nah, man, I can't afford that. I can't make, I can't have $1,200. I'll let you make payments. That's what I say. I'll let you make payments. Oh, really? You'll let me make payments? Absolutely. I know you got a job. You work down here at the place on the corner. You, my friend, can make payments here for this. And they love it. They love getting that attention. They love getting that opportunity. It's a path to ownership that they don't have any other options, right? If this customer You guys know the phone geeks that come in our stores, or the people that want a nice device, they don't have any other option to get a path to ownership. Payvantage gives them an option, and they'll be very thankful to you for presenting it to them, and they'll be happy. They'll be happy. I mean, it's a great opportunity for them to own this device. So that's what I tell them every time. You want that iPhone 11? I'll let you make payments. I can't tell you how many deals I've closed saying those two simple lines.
A phone is like $1,000 the most. I know $1,000 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's a little money, but it's not a car. It's not. It's something they enjoy. Everybody wants their phone. With this pandemic, last time we made the call, we were like Corona was hitting and everybody was scared. Well, guess what? This is normal right now. I'm not going to let Corona stop me, and the customer's not going to stop going out and shopping. If they're coming to your store, take advantage of that. You're not taking advantage of them. Take advantage of the sale and give them what they want. Make sure you maximize your profit. Make sure you offer them the high-end phones, because that's what they want. And believe me, they will buy it. From every, Brandon, I don't want to bring up numbers like I know what I'm saying, but from every 10 applications, I just need your top honesty. How many of them get approved? How many get denied?
8 get approved. I mean, the only ones that get denied are the ones that don't have an income. And you guys know the customers, sometimes they tell you one thing and the reality is something different. Or maybe they can't prove their income, if they're doing a Uber driver and they don't have a bank or something, but 8 out of 10 are going to get approved, and you could do 10 out of 10 if you just pre-qualify. It's so easy.
Say 5 to 6. When you give me 8, it's right.
Yeah. I'm serious. I mean, that's honest. The other number too is, the average margin. I mean, I've talked to dealers. We have our own stores. The average margin on these things, you're going to make $200 on average sale. 200, 250 depends on what you buy it for and what you sell it for. But on a $750 invoice, my guess is that you got $550 in it. And so we have dealers that are averaging $800, and they do 50 Payvantage deals a month. Do the math, man. I mean, that adds up pretty quick. 200 times 50, 10 grand. I mean, that's margin. And so, this really just gives you the opportunity to sell those high margin items,
$200 time
50. Yeah.
Extra. I'll tell you what, let me be exaggerating, 5 grand. That's 60 grand a year. You were not doing that will pay off your rent, your bill,
right,
and extra money too. It's easy. I know what you mean. It's just the only thing and I'm sorry if I keep mentioning this. We got to get out of this clerk mentality and become salespeople. Salespeople will ask and talk. 90% of sales is asking. How can I help you? Can I offer you something more? What can I make you? Can I give you a better phone if I got you approved? Let me try to do this. Let's try to do that. It's a word to try is sweet, because let's try it. Everybody will say, let's do it. Why not? So it can be done. Michael, I keep asking you, because you're the one who started talking. What do you think about this?
I applied with 2 other companies to do exactly this 2 months ago. They laughed at me, because I was a small guy out of nowhere. And it really embarrassed me, and almost felt like just quitting with trying to find financing for people. But the thing is this, that the younger market, all they need is a payment. They don't ask what the cost is. They always ask, what's the payment? Same thing when they go buy a car, the salesman says, how much can you afford? So, everybody makes their own bed, but everybody wants something personal for themselves. This is their livelihood. This is what they count on. We're going to sell the hell out of this.
That's great, Michael. And you're spot on about that. They only care about the payment, and that's just the psychological side of commerce today. I mean, that's how we buy everything. People wonder about the payments on cars, shoes, electronics, everything. So this is no different. We're just communicating in their language. So you got the right mindset. I think you're going to crush it.
Michael, you will be giving opportunity to customers to own an iPhone 11 for low payment. You will be doing that in your neighborhood. And I'm so happy that you're on the call. Like you touched me right now when you said you talked to 2 financing companies and both of them won't even talk to you because you're the little guy. Well, guess what? We are here for you, man. Brandon over here for you. We will make sure that you get the service and you offer it to your customers and you make more money. Absolutely. Because customers, I don't know what city you're at. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we're doing business with UPD, but I can tell you're a humble guy. You're the guy I want to do business with, and you're the guy I want to walk in and talk to, because I don't want to walk into a Walmart or Target and they just the next day, I don't even know the next guy. If I have a problem, they're never going to help me. I need someone like you to take care of me, show me where, how I can save, how I can make money. I'm sure you do a little maybe repairs and stuff like this. That's building a relationship, and you will be able to do that in your neighborhood. Absolutely. Brandon, I'm sorry, I took over the.
That's all right. A couple of questions in chat. We had some people asking if it was a hard inquiry on their credit. No, absolutely not. No credit check. It's all income based. So it's all based on how much money they have coming into their account. So great question. No credit check at all.
No credit checks.
Right. Someone else asked, how do I get the phones in my store? So it's inventory you already have. So this inventory would come from wherever you're getting your inventory, preferably UPD. That's where I buy my phones to resell in our stores. And that's how we make the $250 margin on every sale. It's because UPD prices, but it's your inventory. I'm not going to help you on that. There's plenty of places to buy phones and plenty of people to get phones from, but stuff you already have.
It's easy.
Like Ahmed said in the last call, one of the things we've had to overcome is actually stocking that high margin inventory, right? So a lot of times we get stuck kind of selling the 2 or 3 generations back stuff just so our customers can afford it. It's in your best interest to stock a few iPhone 11s, Note 20s, the high ticket stuff, because when someone gets approved for $800 or $1,000, that's what they want. It's like Michael said, they care about the payment and what's the best thing I can afford based on what you've given me. So do yourself a favor and stock a couple of those big ticket items.
You can. Michael, what state? Where are you at?
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, welcome. Okay. Like that.
We've got a couple dealers in North Carolina, but not too many. So you'll, that's the other thing I was talking about too with some of you guys. This is something that you can offer that your competitors can't. What city are you in, Michael?
I'm in Raleigh, or just outside of Raleigh, North Carolina.
So
but I'm actually about to expand nationwide with a unique program. So
awesome. We've got plenty to talk about.
I don't want to get into that.
Sure. So the unique marketing opportunity here is that you'll be able to provide a financing option that your competitors don't have. We're just launching out this thing. We have a few dealers in a few spots that that maybe are a little more congested, but like in Raleigh, North Carolina, no one there. So you can have that entire metro population where only Michael can pitch to those customers this unique product. So.
Awesome. I'll give you guys 5 minutes if you have any questions for Brandon.
Somebody wrote in the chat, does it have to be a new phone? No, refurb, used phones, new, doesn't matter. Part of the process is, we want to make sure it's a good working device. You don't want to sell anybody a broken phone, but someone asked about tablets and other electronics. Anything with iOS or Android right now. So we can do tablets. We can't do, what am I thinking of? We can do watches if you bundle it with a phone. So that kind of gets unique there, but we can't do tablets. And then someone else, what's that?
You can or cannot?
We can sell tablets, iPads, Android tablets.
Thank you. I don't want to rush anybody. If you have any question, last person. Everybody's good? Thank you. Jose, George, thank you. Tony.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Lannon. Take care, brother. Thank you. Crystal. Kareem, you're the man. I'm going to call Kareem the buddy man.
Thanks, Ahmed. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Call me, Michael.
Anytime. Michael, yeah, we'll talk to Michael. I'll reach out to him.
All right, bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.